Time to do a makeup tutorial. So first step for me is the NYX Shine Killer. So one important step is make sure that if you have oily skin, use silicone products, and if you have dry skin, use water-based. So my entire base is silicone. Everything that I'm using, my foundation is silicone based. The primer is silicone based. Concealer that I use, the Nars one, is silicone based. So make sure it matches, because I used to have a lot of patchiness problems where I would put on makeup and it would not stay on. And then I realized it's because I was using water with silicone. I learned this on TikTok, okay? I'm already almost done with it. I still got enough. So I'm gonna use a little bit less today because I wanna save product. But yeah, I just take some and put on my T-zone. So I used to have like this little flat sponge that I used to pat on this product. I lost it, so now I'm just going to be using my Real Techniques brush throughout this whole process. It still works, but it's not very fun. So I'm taking the Huda Beauty powder in the shade Blondie, and I'm going to put it all over my face. I have oily skin, so if this is too much for you, well, it sucks to be you, because this is not the tutorial for you, okay? So when I'm done with that, I like to use the Milani Matte Setting Spray, the black bottle. So the problem is that bottle broke. So I used this cheap $1 spray bottle and I put the rest of the product in there because I was like, this was a lot of money. I had to cough up 15 bucks. So I need to keep every drop, and I literally put every drop in here. And I spray this before I put on my foundation and concealer. And then you wait for it to dry. And then the foundation that I use is the Estée Lauder. I've had people be like, oh, you should use a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer. And I used to have hormonal acne, and I honestly hate comments like that because it's like, when people say, oh, I use BB cream, I don't need foundation, it's like a humble brag to me. I don't know if I'm just taking it personal, but I just get really angry because I'm like, well, good for you, because you are the one with the clear skin. So obviously you're acting like, and I don't like when people say this is wedding makeup or wedding foundation. This is like, for a lot of people, for me, it was every day. And I use the shade 6N1 Mocha. And for today, I'm not going to use too much because I'm just going to the library. I take about this much now. I used to use double this amount. So depending on how much you have to cover, use that amount. I'm going to be using the MAC 170 brush to blend it out. It's a really good match for me. I'm surprised my foundation shade stayed the same throughout the summer, but this summer I've been really going heavy on the sunscreen. So I think that's why my overall face did not get too tan. And I was happy because this foundation is not cheap, so I wanted to stay the same color as my foundation when it's time for weddings. I still have a little bit more, so I'm gonna put it here. I always forget my jaw because I think as a hijabi I always just forget that I also have to work my jaw. I'm gonna go in with my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Amande. This shade is always sold out, and personally, like, I thought Amande was not my shade, and I tried a shade darker, shade lighter, but this is literally my shade, and I always get so upset when it's always sold out at Sephora. Yeah, so I just bada bish bada boom. I also like putting it here. I just started like putting it here, and then I put some here. And you blend, blend, blend. I'm looking for a new silicone based concealer that's a little more heavy duty than this one, because I feel like I really want to look snatched. And I love the Estee Lauder foundation, but this one is medium coverage, so it's not giving heavy, you know, it's not really snatching the way I wanted to. Y'all might think I'm crazy, but I go in with some more of this Milani spray. I promise you guys, I think the solution for me is just putting setting spray in between each step to make sure the foundation, the concealer is locked and loaded no matter what. So I'm taking more of the Huda Beauty powder and I'm gonna put it all over my face again. Next, I'm going to be using this NYX eyebrow pencil. Brush it out. I'm kind of scared of doing this on camera, but let's try it. Just draw a line in the bottom. and then draw it on top. I don't know, it's looking good on camera, but it might look crazy in the mirror. All I like to do is just put a little bit more. Oh, it's gonna look crazy. So I like to increase, like, further the line just a little bit like that to give it a sharper look. Does that make sense? And then brush it out. I'm gonna try Juvia's Place in the future. I'm getting kind of tired of this one. This is the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. I just use this shade with a eco style brush, and I'm almost done with it. You see, like, I need a new one. Oh, okay. And I just put it on my forehead, put it on my cheeks. I don't go too heavy on the contour because I feel like it doesn't look really good on me. It looks like too much, you know what I mean? I just use the contour to kind of give my face dimension, like get it the color back. Sometimes I just put some directly on my eyelids like this. Yeah, cool. Another Real Techniques eyeshadow brush, and I take the same contour shade, dab it a little bit on my hand, and then contour my nose. I just go 1, 2. I don't do too much with contour. That's a new skill I want to learn, how to do contour. And I put more of the brown eyeshadow on my eyelids. You see how my nose already looks contoured? I'm too scared to use like creams because my nose is the first part that loses makeup. So I try not to put too much makeup on my nose. This palette's old. It's a James Charles palette, but don't come after me, okay? I bought it many, many years ago and I refuse to throw it away. I'm gonna use this shade right here. Always dab it in your hand before you go in. And I just like windshield wipe to try to make it like a U, upside down U shape, like that. Okay guys, I had to turn on the light because it was getting dark. I'm gonna pull this cap down a little bit. But yeah, this is the eyeshadow that I did so far. I also put some on my under eye like this. I've been really liking that look actually. Having it like look like it's too much. I'm gonna take another eyeshadow brush, a smaller one this time, and I'm gonna go in with this brown shade right here. You definitely dab it on your hand, y'all. So then I do another, instead of windshield wiping a U, I do a V. So up, down, like a V shape. I don't know, I'm doing it on the camera, so I'm getting kind of scared. And then I'm gonna go even further and get the dark brown. Dab that and add just a little hint here. Another inside V, or not a beauty blender, eyeshadow blender. And then just lightly blend. Don't blend too much, just blend enough at the top to make it a little bit softer. Okay, next step is the Essence Super Precise Eyeliner. I can't do this looking at the camera, so let me do it in my mirror. I'm gonna be right back. I've been getting better and better at my eyeliner. Normally it's not 100% similar, and I've embraced the fact that it's never similar. So I use 2 different mascaras. I use the Essence Lash Princess mascara. Is only like $5 at Ulta, and I've also fell in love with a mascara, Ilya's mascara. This was for my birthday. I got it for my birthday, and I love this one because it just like lifts up the lashes so good. This one is more for volume, so let me show you how to use both. I'm scared because once this finishes, I'm gonna be so sad. And then if you're not using fake lashes, I recommend using 2 different mascaras to really try to push the volume, especially if you're using a very heavy eyeliner look, smoky eye look. Normally I put fake lashes on if I'm doing a smoky eye, but I've been getting tired of fake lashes lately, so a lot of times I would just do 2 different mascaras, let the first one dry, and then put the new one. So basically, if you really don't want to wear fake lashes and you really want to do smoky eye looks, thick eyeliner, you can still do it, but just start investing in your mascaras to try to give you that fake lash look. I have these lashes ready to go. I cut them a little too small, but I've been using it anyways because I'm like, I cut them wrong. So any lash glue, I got this Ardell one recently. You just add some. What's important is if you're not used to wearing like fake lashes, it's better to cut them less than what you want it to be. Put glue on both of them, so like by the time you like put the glue away, The first one is ready to be on your lash, so you need to make sure they both dry for at least 30 seconds. Okay. I've mastered fake lashes, man. To the other side before I brag. Now I can brag. Y'all, when I tell you, I've gotten really good at putting on fake lashes. But definitely, like, if you're scared of putting them on because you don't want them to dig into your inner corner, literally cut them in half and start putting them on. And then once you become comfortable with fake lashes, you can like keep them bigger and bigger. When you get more comfortable with, I can't even talk today. When you get more comfortable with them being close to your inner corner. But when in doubt, cut them less. Oh, I forgot blush. So I don't know why, I don't know how, but I lost my blush. And I don't know if it's like my sister that took it or something, but I couldn't find it like to save my life. So I've been using this shade from the James Charles palette with my blush brush. It's also Real Techniques. And I take some, I put it on my hand, and I've been using it as blush instead because I don't have the money to buy a new blush, and I'm like really frustrated that I can't find the one that I use every day. But this is a really nice color anyways. So then I just use this instead, because it's the closest shade to my MAC blush that I can't find. Yeah. It looks really nice, so. And then I started realizing, I was like, wait, instead of buying blushes, why don't I just use pretty pink shades that I find in an eyeshadow palette? Last step is using my MAC lip liner in the shade Chestnut. If you're a black girl, please buy this. I promise you, your lipstick or lip gloss, whatever game you got, will become so much better. Just take this, put it up and down your lips. If you want, you can cover your lips with it, but I like to stick to the outer line. Just keep going, keep going. Oh. And you can go heavy in the fall because this is giving fall, you know. I use the Essence Shine 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 lip gloss. It's supposed to be clear, but I use a lot of purple lipsticks, so it turns purple. Yeah. Take a lot. Boom. See that? That's a look. Let me fix my hijab and I'll be right back. See that base? It won't move. Forehead. I figured it out, y'all. I'm not even a makeup artist, but I have really oily skin. My new advice, okay, is if you're an oily skin girly, stick to silicone based products and your makeup will never patch. It will stay very solid. Come on. Yeah, like you see that? Boom. Crazy. Like, it will stay. And if you're dry skin, I recommend, if your makeup feels like it's cracking, you get lines everywhere, invest in water base. So water base is Nars foundation. So go for the Nars foundation. Do not use Estee Lauder, use Nars. I really like this look. Oh, I got my face beat just to go to the damn library, y'all. This is what I do. If you see me at a wedding, this is the face. If you see me on Eid, this is the face. Like this base. Maybe the eyeshadow will be different, but most of the time this is how my face looks if I'm out and about in a social event. And then y'all wondering, how do you keep your makeup like clean? This is how. Anyways, that's it for my video, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.